Hi, good evening. It's a beautiful Friday, and it's a unique one at that. Guess what? It's time for Mind Your Character with bosedeolusola-obasa. But that's not all. It's also the Friday of the Customer Service Week. But that's not all. It's also the International Day of the Girl Child. Plenty major things today. So it's a Friday that is packed full of value and substance, and I'm super excited to be here bringing you Mind Your Character with bosedeolusola-obasa. This I do every single Friday at 5, but I'm starting earlier today because I have an extended session to take, and that's supposed to be us, myself and my team, bringing you extras around the customer service week. I'm sure you will find it absolutely useful. Before I go into what I've got for today, let me say that for certain weeks we have been talking about dominantly needed attributes to do well in your profession, in your career, in your trade, and it's been a very exciting one. Very exciting, and welcoming everyone who's joining me both on Mind Your Character as well as on bosedeolusola-obasa on Facebook, Mind Your Character on Instagram. I'm looking forward to adding value to you today in the line of the Customer Service Week, and I will do as much as time will allow me. So I began earlier today because I wanted to have an extended period to do this and bring you value. So let's start. We started dominantly needed attributes several weeks ago, and I concluded last week. This week I'm doing something that is like a summation. Why is it a summation? Because for most attributes that will be needed, for most professions, most careers, most trades, and name any other thing that you do and the group that it belongs to, you definitely need this one thing that we've been celebrating since the week started: customer service. So if I talk to you about the doctors and I say dominantly needed attributes for medical professionals, the truth is medical professionals need to take how they treat people dominant. That comes down to customer service. If I talk about teachers, they need to take how they treat everybody in the educational space, how they treat them, take it seriously, and every other sector. So take it from me that whatever I'm doing today is going to help you. And also starting out, I'd like to say that for almost 10 years I have had the privilege of training companies on customer service. I can remember that specifically from 2015, I've had opportunities, platforms to teach, to train on customer service, and it's been very amazing. So from my entire years of training and teaching customer service, I'm able today to bring you something unique and something interesting and important. So we're going to go right into that. I wanted to do some backgroundings so that it can help all of us know that there is plenty to pick today, and I truly hope that you find it as useful as I believe that you will do. So customer service is generic need of every profession, every career, every trade. No matter what you sell, even if you are selling things that are so little or so many, customer service is required for whatever you do. You teach, you treat, you provide services, you do one form of thing or the other. Customer, it's generic. Everybody who is into business of products or services, you would find the need for you to be customer service inclined. and to be customer centric. Good. That taking down, before I go into it again, I want to say that all through the times I was taking the dominantly needed attribute, I kept saying that people do not really care how much technical knowledge you know, until your technical knowledge works well with social skills and you're able to deliver and touch people the way you should. So I'm going to be alluding to the John C. Maxwell quote that says that people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. What was John C. Maxwell trying to say there? So you could have gone to school and you got all the certifications, you could have all the laurels that are attached to your kind of profession, business, trade, all of that. But if when it comes to people, delivery to the people who should be at the receiving end of your service or product, if you miss it there, then you have missed it. That's what I've been saying. So today I'm going to be talking about customer service, but let me shock you. For about 10 years, I have seldom taught customer service from any other angle other than from the angle of attitudes, from research, from observation, from understanding people, from also being a customer myself from time to time, from being a customer, a service provider to my customers, talking about my business and my team and everything that I do. I found out that customer service is hugely, largely attitude inclined. So a lot of people in Nigeria, we are not backward when it comes to customer service tools, customer service management, softwares and applications. We are not at all. We are not novice to it at all. But I think that one missing link that we need to get right in our climb here, referring to Nigeria specifically, where I can talk about very well, we need to get the attitude of customer service up and running. What kind of attitude should back it up that will make more sense of all the investments? So a lot of companies invest in customer service management tools, applications, softwares, and these are very great. But the humans in the space of customer service delivery must be reminded over and again certain things that must form their mindset and by extension their attitudes. So today I decided to make it a class in line with the Customer Service Week 2024. I decided to go face by face, teach, not just motivate, teach, and drop some points that I've found over the years to be true. Now, you may have found some of these things on our social media since the week started, but I'm doing a teaching on it. We're also sending this out as, if we haven't done already, to our clients, so to serve as reminders to them. If your team understands what I'm going to say this evening, you will find out that when it comes to attitudes and mindset around customer service, you will find out that you are able to do better. You are able to stand out. So let's go into it. So I'm not doing too much of preambles. I believe that I've done all the preambles, and honestly, I have a big shout out to all the girls in the world, including myself. I'm a girl as well. All the girls in the world, particularly the 3 special girls in my life, like the 3 special girls in my family, Tiolu Anumi, Tirenolua, and Tiolu Alashe. I love you guys. Thank you for being girls like me, right? Okay, so cheers to all the girls, all the women, and then all the lady girls in my office, all of them. Celebrate them hugely and celebrate everybody who recognizes and identifies with this gender. We are a unique gender, don't forget. All right, so that said, I'm going to go on now into the exact things I have. Don't forget, I said that today I decided to make it a class to celebrate Customer Service Week. So you have a lot to pick. I'll go into my first point. Don't forget again that these are research-based, study-based, experiential nuggets. About 10 years of teaching customer service as an attitude. I've been able to coin these things out from my own learnings, from observing how organizations where I work with people are run. I can tell you for certainty that if your team as a whole buy into this mindset, you will find your team understanding customer service to a point that they do it with joy. And then your clients, your customers are happier for it. They just want to stay with you. Let me tell you a testimony before I go on. RCV, the company where I work for, have been able to keep our clients from day one to now. As long as they are able to pay for our services, they are still in our nets. As long as our services are still relevant to them, they are still in our nets. That means that whatever we know and I'm teaching right now is working. And it means that we are saving more money on adverts. And we are making more based on referrals. Referrals are the easiest and cheapest way to do business and close sales. It's working for us, and it's only growing in dimensions as the company advances. So, what are these things? I've whet your appetite enough. The first one, they are nuggets. I'll read them and I'll try to explain. The first one here is customer service is not just a role to play, it is a life to live. Customer service is not just a role to play, it is a life to live. Every time you hear people talk about, oh, be customer centric, they are telling you that there's something about serving the client that goes beyond just the activities, but takes to cognizance the attitude and attributes of the person who is delivering service. It's not just a role to play. You cannot just play it as a role. Like you have a script and you are a cast or crew on a TV program or a radio program or a drama presentation, and once you're done with your drama, you go back into your element. So they say enter character when you want to act a role. So if I'm asked to act the governor of Lagos, all of a sudden, even though he's not a woman, I'm likely to be acting and dressing like him because I want to put myself in character of him as the governor of Lagos. But the moment I'm done acting that role, what do? I get back into my element. Who am I? Bosedeolusola-obasa. A lot of Nigerian businesses are handling customer service just as a role to play. It's not intrinsic. It's not intern. They don't internalize the things they are doing. They do not know that it should be more of who you are than just what you do. Am I saying that what you do is not part of it? No, not at all. But I'm saying that if all you do with customer service is just what to do, you are not deep. There will be times when you snap at people. There will be times when you say, oh, no, not a good day today. And then on those days you claim not to be good days, you want to act out of character or outside of character. So, how do you make customer service a life to live, not just a role to play? That would be too much for me to unbundle today, but I want you to know that customer service, according to our own orientation at RCV, is not just a role to play, it's a life to live. So learn the attributes that accompany customer service and make them personal to you. It's a growth process, but it can be achieved. It can be achieved. It very well can be achieved. I will not forget the days when I first started to learn about how the life of broadcasters could be. And an elderly person, when I was very young, was telling me that, you know, that one of the dictates that they uphold is, even if you have had a very bad day, the moment you come on set and the cameras are on you, you are supposed to beam a smile. So customer service should not be cosmetic. It should be realistic. It should be not just acting out. So they say, once the client comes in, smile and like, hello. And then the moment you are done with those cosmetic smiles and the person takes you off what you can call your threshold, you're already boiling and you are beginning to throw fire sparks everywhere. So it's about everyone in your organization understanding that it's a life to live. Why should they do that? Orientate your team to know that if your client is not there, you are not in business. You didn't open the organization just to do a showroom of how beautiful your space is. You did because you wanted to make money, and the monies you need are in the pockets of the people called customers, or if you like, call them clients. So it's not just a role. People should take customer service beyond a role and make it a life to live. Let me tell you the beautiful thing about addressing or coming by customer service in this dimension. It eventually rubs off on you as a person. You begin to learn to honor people for who you are because they have become attributes that are personal to you. I like to move away from that and move to the next one. So customer service is not just a role to play, it's a life to live. That was the first one, right? The second one. The second point here is customer service is not just a department to have. It's a culture to hold. What was my keyword in the first bullet? The keyword is it's a life to live. This one is it's a culture. So I've taken it beyond the individual member of your team, and I'm right now talking about your team. How do you institutionalize or operationalize customer service? By making it a company culture. Make it a company culture. Make it one of the things you reward people for hugely. Make it one of the things you reprimand people for when it's not done well. Make it one of the things that your business customers, paying customers, have come to know you for. Oh, that this team is very warm. Whether it's the gate man, or it's the board member, or it's the accounts, or it's PR guys, or it's sales guys, or it's the CEO, everybody is warm. Why? They have an orientation that this is our culture. Our culture is to honor people. Our culture is to value people. Our culture is to stay grateful that people gave us the opportunity to serve them. Because you see, you cannot force anybody to buy from you. If you try to do that once, you may not succeed the second time. And then they say that even if you can cajole people, you might do a first time success. But how do you repeat patronage around it? So, customer service is not just a department to have. So don't just say, oh yeah, we're doing well, we have a department called customer service. We have a department called customer service. Just a moment. Sorry. I needed to send a message to my back end team. Right. So let me go back to what I was saying. Customer service is not just a department. So I was explaining the fact that, what do I mean by it's not just a department? I know there are companies that have customer service departments. In fact, they have customer service manager. They have, some people call it success, customer success. Some people call it success delight. It's not about the name. In fact, the name should be the promise you are making to your client. So if you call yourself customer delight team, it means that you understand your job as a job to delight the client. And delighting the client should be a promise you have made that you keep every time. It shouldn't be something you come out of and you go back, you come out of and you go back. So the moment people are coming into your organization, let me give you a tip around how to make it a culture. One of the things you should onboard people around, do orientation for them around, is customer service. Let them know that here we are very big on customer service. Here we count our clients as very intricate stakeholders of our business. And here we reward people for serving clients well. And here we may punish you if you do not serve clients well. In fact, you may be asked to go if you treat the client wrongly. Number 2, operationalize customer service as a culture by understanding and helping your team see that they are your first line customers. So whatever you are going to use them to do to the paying customer, do it first with them. If you are going to celebrate your paying clients, one of the ways you can show that it's a culture is also first learn to celebrate your team members. Why? They are first line customers to your business. In fact, they are called internal customers. They are not paying clients. They pay you with service. You pay them remuneration, salary, or whatever else. But your paying clients are different. So it's possible to make customer service a big one. I can give you an example of an organization that I know very well. If I say I know by reading, not that I've met him before. Virgin Group. The Virgin Group, when you read their story, Richard Branson says it over and again that his mainstay in the success story of his several businesses hinges on customer service. But guess what? He addresses customer service primarily from the point of your internal customers come first, then your paying clients will be. He said, take care of your employees, they will take care of your customers. He says your staff come first, your customer don't come first. But the point is it's a very customer-centric organization, but doing reverse psychology, begin from inside and take it outside. So that's how much little I can do with the second point. Don't forget, I have a lot of them to roll out as much as time will allow me, so I'm not staying too long on any of them. But this is actually a master class you can bring us in to take your team on. It's a master class. You can bring it if you want to. Like, this is end of the year and you could be having your end of the year retreat and you want your team members to become indoctrinated to this and you want to make it a big one. Like, let's be known for this, because you see, clients are the biggest advertisers ever. Forget that you put this in on newspaper, you put it on social media. Clients are the biggest, surest, most trusted advertisers ever. When they become your billboard, nobody can stop your sales, because they will hold brief for you even at moments where you cannot show up for yourself. So it's important. People who understand business in a kind of climate should not toy with customer service. Should not toy with customer service at all. So I'm going to go on now to the next one, and it says customer service. It's not just service to offer. It's a relationship to nurture. Another strong orientation that every team of yours should have. Every team of yours should understand that customer service does not begin and end with sales and service delivery. It begins from before sales, it continues into sales, and it continues after sales. So you hear after sales service and the rest of them. Those things have become like words that people just say, but they should go beyond words. Remember, not just a role. Stop acting it as a role only. The roles are crucial, the activities are crucial, but if you want productivity, make it person fit. Make customer service attribute based, attitude based, person inclined. So now, customer service is not just service to offer. The word service is at the end of it, but there's a word before it, customer. So that's a face. With that face, there is need for a relationship. So when you hear customer service, 2 words. The second word is service, the activity. The first word is customer, the person. That person wants to know how much you care, not just how much you know. It's a relationship to nurture. So train your team to know that they are in a relationship with clients. And you as an employer, understand that you are in a relationship with your team members. So look out for them, care about them. The things you do to them are the things you literally equip them to do for others. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. These are not the everyday things that people teach you in their customer service classes. This is customer service based on attitudes and mindsets. So what I do with this particular course is to reset mindset. We call them customer service mindset reset nuggets. It's a relationship. So when you know that something in a relationship, what are the things that are crucial for a relationship? Trust is crucial. Communication is crucial. So when you don't talk to your clients for donkey years, because the last time they bought was 2020. Hello. They bought in 2020 until now. No hello from you. You don't do that. That means you don't understand that it's a relationship, because every relationship will die when there is no communication. It's not possible that it will live. If it lives, it will not be a sound one. Number two, trust. So when you understand that it's a relationship to nurture, then your team is very sensitive around trust issues. If there's any misgiving, you try to clear it fast. And I'm not talking about the PR way people clear things here. You know, it's unfortunate. I'm a PR professional, but it's unfortunate how a lot of people think that PR is about painting black as white, calling wrong as right. PR is stating the obvious, proffering quality and strong position that will bring solution. So you are supposed to create a solution out of what looks like a mess and then get a win-win both for your client and for the public. So here is what I'm saying. Customer service is not just service. So if you think it's just service, let's give them, okay, customer service, let's do banner. Let's do banner and put in front of our office so that they will know, this is customer, it's customer service. Oh yeah, she banner. Put banner in front of our, and put that logo above and beyond. You know that after that week, the word above and beyond will not be heard. You need to get back and sit down with your team and say, by the way, I love what above and beyond sounds like. Talks about being exceptional on a consistent basis. How can we make this our thing? Call us at RCB, we can help you. Do a retreat around customer service as part of your package for end of the year. Churches need it. Companies need it. Governments need it. Everybody needs it. In fact, families need it. I studied customer service to a point. I told myself that you can also see your children as a kind of customers. So whatever you will not do to your paying clients, however you will not treat your paying client, don't treat them that way. Like whatever kindness or consideration you are supposed to give to a paying client, remember to also bring it to bear as much as possible. So I cannot stay too long on that, but you see, this is huge. You hear people say customer service relationship. Many of these things have become just passing phrases that people just drop everywhere. They can be action based. They can be operationalized. They can be institutionalized. You can create policies around it. You can create training modules around it. You can create patterns of doing things around it. And then you'll be glad that you did. You'll be glad that you did. If there are questions for me, you can drop them. I'm willing. Today I'm teaching and I'm doing an extension. I'm ending at 3:30, even though I started before. Okay, sorry, ending at, pardon me, 5:30, even though I started around 4:30. I insisted it had to be longer so I could do something a bit more extended. It might give back to the society for customer service week. It's so sad to see how customer service is done in Nigeria in most places. It's so sad to see how much of ignorance service providers display with arrogance attitude around. It's so sad to see it. So this is our give back to you as the public and our fans, our community. If you are seeing this, that means you belong to our community. So we're glad to serve you with this. Now let me take the next one for time's sake. I love this one a lot. Wait for it. I love this one a whole lot. Anywhere I am, any company I'm taking customer service, they can quote this for you. Customer service is not just somebody's business. It is everybody's business. And this is where I like to say babe. Okay, so customer service is not just somebody's business, it's everybody's business. What does that line mean? What orientation are we giving you? What mindset are we shifting? The attitude of someone walks into your premises as a business premises and meets the first person who is not in the client facing department, and the person says, I don't know, to a question that a client is asking. Hello, do you work in that organization? Can you at least say a bit that you know and then say, please allow me to refer you to someone who will give you further details? It is not done in our organization or any organization where I train that you say you do not know to a client. If you don't know, who should know? Who should know? So, customer service isn't just somebody's business. It is everybody's business. It is your business. Whether you're a security man, whether you're accounts person, whether you're PR, whether you're actual customer facing or not customer facing, what you do cuts across everyone and eventually lands on the laps of your customer. Get that in. Get that in. Let it sink. Let's take a school for instance. Average school has housekeepers who take care of the facility, or maybe a facility manager. Most of the time outsourced, sometimes they are in-house people. Most schools have the admin and then they have the non-admin. Most schools have all of those. Now, if the teacher, who probably should not be customer facing in some schools, but you know, when I teach schools customer service, there's another dimension. I think schools belong to that sector that have the highest multiple sets of customers. I'm telling you, schools have the highest multiple sets of customers. Students are customers. Their parents are customers. Teachers are customers. So let me teach you what it is. Teachers are customers to school proprietor or proprietress or school manager. Students are customers. Okay, parents are customers to the school, right? Now, students are customers to teachers, to school proprietor or proprietors or manager and all. So, when it comes to school business, you need to understand all the levels of customers that you have. But you see, the interesting thing about school customers is the low entry and the one they call, vulnerable. The most vulnerable part of the customer, which some schools don't see, are the children or the students. They can influence a lot for your school, positively or negatively. So, but I'm not here to analyze customer service for schools. That's another course entirely. Your school can ask for it. You can build a school where not only are you teaching your students to be courteous, the children can see that teachers are courteous because they talk to them with respect. Teachers in your school must understand that respect does not just flow from from down up. It most essentially should flow from up down. What you do is the easiest way to model what you are. So if what you do negates what you say, then you are not who you say you are. You are not who you say you are. So that is, customer service is not just somebody's business. So the fact that someone is employed and called customer success officer, customer agent, customer service this, or sales that. Yes, by bringing them in for that, it's their business. But if you want to make it fully operational, put in this mindset to your team. It's not just somebody's business, it's actually everybody's business. Everybody should work understanding that the end user, the consumer at the end of the day, is the client. So I also influence the client. As accountant, accounting department, I influence the client. Public relations department, influence the client. Admin, influence the client. HR, influence the client. Get house, influence the client. Boardroom, everybody influences the client. So when you understand that, you are beginning to fully operationalize customer service as a company culture. It's not just somebody's business, it's everybody's business. Get that? You can go and use that. I mean, it's for free. We are doing this for free. But if you want details and you want to be handheld into how it works, reach out to us on 081 061 20819 and we'll be there. Don't forget, the best way to do this is just make it a master class and put it in your retreat. Do like 2 days on it, onboard everybody, and then roll out policies that will strengthen it, roll out templates, and then only then will all that you have spent so far begin to make sense. Because customer service basically rides on people. It does not ride on tools. It does not ride on apps. It does not just ride. Those apps will help you take care of large requests, help you with data collection, data analysis, and capacity to do maybe prompt responses. But after that, the humans behind those machines, those technologies, they must have the right attitude. Otherwise, they play. Your business in a they play mode. All right, so what do I have next for you? I'm beginning to be told that I have 10 minutes to go. Ha! Woo! I love this one too. These are not your usuals. I mean, they are not the usual way the Nigerian business person sees customer service. But you see, it works like fire. I'll take 2 more. So this and another one, quickly. This one says, customer service is not just what you think. It's not just what you think the customer needs. Mind the keywords. If I was taking a class now, you'd have noticed these words in all cap or in bold. Customer service is not just what you think the customer needs. It is what you found that the customer wants. 2 keywords here. Needs, wants. Needs, wants. And in our general understanding, we all know that they say that wants are more flippant than needs are. So, as important as you may think that you know a particular client and you think you know their needs, you could go wrong on the best of your ideas, except you've learned to ask. So, that brings me to this very important thing that most businesses don't do. Be intentional about periodic requests for feedback. A lot of us wait for feedbacks. Stop waiting for feedbacks. Ask for feedback. When you ask for feedback, you are not only thinking that your client still needs what they wanted yesterday. Meanwhile, what they just want this time is a want. It's just something frivolous. It's just something you are not thinking about. And then because you are not thinking about it and you are not asking them, they move to the person who has it. Seek feedback. You could do it quarterly so that you can add it to your rejig for the new quarter, the next quarter ahead of you. You could do it half yearly, but I think quarterly just works fine. A number of people might not be able to keep up with a monthly, but if you do have a large clientele base, you might need to do monthly, such that you take them in batches and you are able to collect all the feedbacks and use them to create better, more satisfying and consistently exceptional service. No one knows what a client wants like the client knows it. Honestly speaking, yes, there are cases where some clients are confused. Those are exceptions. The norm, the general, the most popular is that the average client knows what he wants. So if we are riding on that, I would say that customer service is not just what you think that the customer needs. Oh, by now it is December, they should need rice. It is December, they should need groundnut oil. So it's not just what you think that the customer needs. It's what you found. The word found is critical. How did you find out? By asking. Stop waiting for customer feedback. Ask for customer feedback. And use avenues and platforms that suit the respective clients. It does not always have to be just send bulk email. So there's a particular organization where my pension is. I don't want to mention that. I don't want to cast them. I should be nice. This is customer service week. Let me be nice. This particular company has my pensions, and I have not been having communications from them that you can say you can connect with. They do emails. I understand the back end operation of these things. You just do bulk email, do MailChimp and the rest of them. So recently, I've been like, boss, I'll pay 50 now. Check up these guys about your pension. So I started checking. I had all my documents and all. Next thing is trying to get to speak with someone. I have not been able to get to speak with anyone. I'm about talking to someone who knows the stock market, who can give me a contact, blah blah blah. Imagine the effort I'm making. What has been happening? They have a phone number where they say you can drop WhatsApp messages. It's fully automated. So they say press 1 if you want to ask for this. You press 1, it sends you the much that a computer or a system can do. I appreciate that. It's good. But I sent an email. I eventually found an email, sent an email, till now, no response. So they believe in their minds that they are communicating, but I am not feeling like that because there is no feedback, no opportunity for me to say this is what I want. And I just mentioned these pensions people, and my oga Godie Gene just joined us. Okay, let me not cast these people today. Let me just keep quiet. Thank you for joining, sir. Thank you every other person who is joining. So I've been talking about customer service in the light of my years of taking this particular training and taking it around attitudes and mindsets. The majority of problems we have in Nigeria is not around whether people don't know what to do. Is that they have not made themselves. Self-awareness, self-mastery is still missing. People come into a job and they don't understand that who you are affects what you do, and that the way you self-develop can help you do better on your job. So, but as a business owner, you don't have to wait until somebody's self-aware, self-master, or self-develop. You have to put strategy in place to help them become. So that's why I've been talking to anyone who holds a business or leads a team that is, you are listening to me. You want to make customer service better operationalized and institutionalized. Make it a corporate culture. Why not a company culture? Why not reach out to me on 081-061-20819, and you can have a full-fledged retreat around customer service towards the end of the year, so you can start 2025 knowing that you have it on a big time basis. So the thing about making customer service operationalized is the bigger your company gets and the more customers you have, the more difficult it begins to feel like it is for you to catch up with the magnitude of work. But if you already trained everyone to be this, there are always people who are able to bring your clients as close as you really want them to feel. And when people are satisfied, they seldom want to go elsewhere. I have a last one I will drop, and that'll be it. Out of like 14 that I could have given you today, it's looking like I've managed to do 6 or 7. Let me pick this. This is the one I'd like to make. Where is it? Yeah, I want to put you on hot seat as I'm leaving you today. I want to put you on hot seat. Now this is totally crazy. You are going to say, Miss Obasa, is everything okay with you? But yes, everything is okay with me. Everything is okay with me. But you see, remember that it's mindset reset I'm doing for you and your team. And in doing mindset reset for you and your team, you have to push the barriers. You don't have to set the stakes cannot be too low. The bar cannot be too low. It means that you can't be exceptional that way. You cannot be exceptional if the bar is too low. So this is the last bullet I want to leave. And I'm sure a number of people will be fighting it in their head. Anyway, talk to me if you need to hereafter. All right, so customer service is not just believing you did your best. You know the thing about we don't try. And you people are telling yourself, we don't try this customer service. You don't try. Customer service is not just believing you did your best. It is when your customer says you did your best. Yeah. So you see why I said that's huge. It's when your customer says, do you know that there are times when an issue could not be resolved ultimately, but the client says you guys have tried because they saw you standing by, marking, updating, doing all of that. Even the client knows that this issue has not been totally resolved, but these guys are awesome. If you have, thank you so much, sir. Thank you. That's our guy. He trained me. He trained me. Anytime I see him, I stop to acknowledge him. Yes, that's character, right? Mr. Godi again, thank you. He says, nice one, I'm proud of you. Thank you very much. He's a chief, Urobo chief. And a father of twins. Sorry, let me go back to what I'm doing. All right, so I'm saying that customer service is not just believing you did your best. If that is all you are teaching your team, you're going to run into trouble. Because see, there are as many type of customers in the world as there are many species or type of people. So there is nothing like we have it all covered. After 10 years, I still see things that are like, okay, even at my level, permit me to say that, I still meet clients that are like, okay, this is a twist. But you see, whatever you have learned, it's just like every consultant has seen so many cases and they are able to pull from so much. So there might not be exact template replica for every kind of client, but you can borrow a leaf from so many that you have seen. This is what works for me. I tell myself that I keep putting in the effort, meaningful efforts, caring effort, relational effort, trustworthy effort, communicating effort, exceptional effort until I get the result for the client. This is important when you run into murky waters. Look, no matter how fine you are at doing customer service, there will be moments when things will go wrong, or would seem to be going wrong, or would seem to have gone wrong. I can tell you that for free. The best of real estate company can suddenly become one that a client is calling a thief. Not because they have stolen, but because they probably had made one slip here and there, and the customer has read it the way they understand it to be. And this is a problem, and they are trying to trash it. So there are moments when there could be problem. A real estate company could have, in all honesty, sold you a land, and all of a sudden land grabbers have gone to take over and encroach from behind, or government has come to say, well, we don't know who sold it to you, blah blah. There could have been anything. So there are times when even the best of service people run into trouble. There can be a day when it will just happen that in school something you never planned for happens. So all of those things. And today when people have video, before you know, somebody has videoed and put it online, and everything looks like, what is happening? What didn't we get right? If you have followed the thread of the things I have been saying, and you know that you have a customer service architecture, not just a PR architecture, excuse me. Your PR should corroborate your customer service orientation, not just borrow a leaf from whoever taught them to paint black as white and call that public relations. Public relations is about creating solutions and going all the length and all the hall to make it done. So that's my own belief and that's my own stand as a professional. But the point I'm making here is things can go awry when you are the best of service persons. But you know what? People who we have served consistently well for years will step out. I'm like, no, you mean that organization? No. Well, the much we know about them, they've never been like that. And then the people say something must have gone wrong. Even if it's in the public domain, you will see comments under that thread saying that no, we know these guys. No, we know these guys. So what are you known for? Some people's customer service neither here nor there. You are just doing it as you wake up. You slept, you wake up from right side of bed, you are nice to clients. You wake up from wrong side, you are acting anyhow. No, that is not how to make customer service a company culture. And that is not how to benefit maximally from it. Stop wasting your money. Do it right. And talk to bosedeolusola-obasa2830. Talk to RCB. 08106120819 is the number to call. So it is not just believing that you did your best. It is when you strive, you stood by the client, you kept updating them. Some people switch off their phones when things go wrong. You are wrong. Don't switch off your phones. You have nothing to hide. You've not stolen. You've been right. You've been forthright. So something is going the other way. Yes, I know it can sink you. It can make you feel like, oh goodness, what is this? Can I just enter the ground and disappear? No, you cannot enter the ground and disappear. I'm sorry. It's time for you to step up the game, be trustworthy continuously, communicate consistently, and show track record of the job you are doing behind the scene to take care of the issue for the client. Stay there, stay put until there is no way forward anymore, which will seldom happen. So the client can say, oh, those guys tried. They could not eventually get that thing back for me, but what a team. When you raise your team to have that kind of bar in service, they don't give up on that. Say, we have tried. I cannot come and go and kill myself. I am not the one that no. This takes plenty of training, plenty of reorientation, plenty of reminders, plenty of guidance. It's not a one-day thing, so don't expect your team to switch at once. We also do consulting. That means that you can bring us in as retainer for your organization. Basically on this, we teach customer service basically from attitude and mindsets, because we found out that is the gap. People know, oh, let me speak in Yoruba. People go school, they're not book gone. It's not about book. It's about mindsets. It's about perspectives to service. It's about people thinking that service is servitude. It is not servitude. It's because you don't understand that service is one of the biggest things you can get into in life. You serve to a point that people feel like celebrating you every day as if it's your birthday. Reorientation, and that's what we do here. And we do a lot helping them see the attributes, the traits that they must have as well. So if this looks like what you'd like to have, don't forget 081-061-20819. That's the beat I can take for today. I want to intentionally thank everyone who has joined on Mind Your Character. Thank you. Yusuf joined. Okay, that's Lekon, right? Okay, so my back end team members, thank you for joining, and thank you, Madam Faith. She left quickly from Mind Your Character on Instagram. I can now see her on Bosede. Thank you. He said, who you are affects what you do. Absolutely true. Thank you, Madam Ekanem. Thank you, my boss, Godi Egene. Thank you, Pastor Ibukun Daniel. I saw you came in and you've been there. Thank you. And another boss of mine from their advert department of Punch, a very, very revered ex-puncher, Mr. Taiwo Olugbenga Ahmed. Thank you so much for joining. I'm so honored to have you people, and happy customer service week to every one of you. So we did this as a team to hope that anyone who comes across it truly finds it useful. But you see, this is just a tip of the iceberg. So if you are going to run with this and think that we have learned something free from RCB, you have not learned nothing. This is just scratching the surface. So call us. We can work with you at your budget, according to your budget, provided it does not. You know, everything is very cheap now. Meaning that if it doesn't hurt, if the cost you are trying to give us doesn't hurt, we'll definitely jump in. For us, it's about creating differences, and it's about building, it's about additions, it's about value. When we do that, it just feels like we've been credited in our dollar denominated account. Can you imagine? Alright, so thank you everyone, thank you every single person. I have to run now. I'm sure my time is up. Yes, thank you. Bye everyone. Enjoy your Friday, enjoy your weekend. Customer service week ends today, but customer service only just started, so continue to serve it hot. Don't forget that going above and beyond is about being consistently exceptional. Sure, that's what you signed up to do. Bye now everyone. Cheers.